Good morning, good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon, I hope I am audible to everyone. Very good afternoon. My voice is very clear. Good afternoon, Abdul. Mr. Gopinath, very good afternoon. And Jishet, very good afternoon. Jitesh, right? So, Sivakumar, very good afternoon. And Pavan Kankuwar, very good afternoon. And Raksha Ganesh, very good afternoon. Rupali Sharma, very good afternoon. And Janathan, a very good afternoon, and Avni Rai, very good afternoon. I hope I'm audible to everyone. And Professor Dr. Manavalan, a very good afternoon. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Am I audible to you? Good afternoon, guys. My voice is very clear. Very good afternoon, Didi, hello, and a very good afternoon, and Rupali, Rachana, and Harshika, very good afternoon. I hope I'm audible to everyone. My voice is very clear. My voice is very clear. I hope my voice is very clear. Please mention in the chat box if my voice is very clear to you. Okay. And happy to see you again here, and nice to meet you all. And very good afternoon to you all. I hope my voice is very clear. So today I'm going to discussing with you about this particular FDP program related to the machine learning technology. Today I will tell the procedure to creating the project of the machine learning technology. Okay, so today I will creating one particular project. I will give the demonstration of this particular project in a basic idea. Okay, tomorrow we can creating the complete project, and today I will tell the procedure to creating the project as well. Okay, right. So what are the machine learning actions? So already we discussed about this. First we should fixing the target, and second we should collecting the data, and third thing data pre-processing, and fourth thing data analysis, and fifth one is actually like splitting the data, and the sixth one machine learning model creation, and seventh one evaluation. I will explain one by one. So what is the data collection? First of all, we should fix the target to creating the project, correct? We should fix the target to creating the project. For an example, today I am going to fixing the target like the music genre prediction. Okay, music genre prediction. I will open the data set to you because of this data set is actually we created for the better understanding. So I am going to discuss it with you that some basic ideas about to creating the machine learning project. So I will be open music genre prediction data set today, and you can see this one, the music genre prediction. So we have the data like this. This is the very less amount of the data for every target. Okay, for every target we have the different target like another, for an example, heart disease prediction, liver disease prediction, and what should I say, breast cancer prediction, loan status prediction, like that. But today I am going to take the basic data set for the better understanding of the machine learning actions. If I am taking the huge amount of the data set, definitely you will be getting confused on this. For that, I decided to take this particular data only that 18 entries. Only the 18 entries, 3 columns. Okay. So this will be more helpful for the better understanding. So for that I decided to follow the machine learning action to creating the project. The project title we can call it as music genre prediction. Music genre prediction. Music genre prediction. Okay, based on the age, based on the gender, what kind of the genre they are interested. Age 20, male, they interested hip hop. Age 26 to 30 or 31, 30, that people may interested jazz. We have the data like this. Already you guys knows about it. For example, we knows Virat Kohli and we knows Dhoni because of it is the easiest task because of people have an experience on the Virat Kohli and actually Dhoni. Correct? No? That is the easiest task for the human. In the same way, the computer also can possible to recognize means we should tell the computer for the feature of the Dhoni and also the Virat Kohli. In the same way, we should tell the computer based on the age, based on the gender, this kind of the genre they are interested. We should give the experience to the machine. So for that time, we need a data like this. This data is nothing but the labeled data. Okay. So our target is actually completely related to the music genre prediction based on the age, based on the gender. Understood what I'm saying, guys? Understood what I'm saying? If you understood means please mention in the chat box yes film and try to understand. I need a good interaction from you. People should be interactive more, then only I want to make my session as a very interesting way like this. Okay. So the title is actually today's project is music genre prediction. So music genre means we need to collecting the data for this particular target. That may be collecting from the different sources, databases, from the internet, web scraping method, and all the data we can collecting from the different sources. So these particular sources, this particular data I have created. This is we cannot get it from the internet. We have created for the better understanding. Okay, so smallest data we have created based on the age, based on the gender, what kind of the genre they are interested. This particular data I have right now. Okay, we collected the data because we created the data for this. Next, we are going to enter the pre-processing method. What is the pre-processing method? Pre-processing method objective is to we need to creating the properizing data. Already we had discussed about this. We need to making the properizing data to clean the data. Once you are going to making the clean this particular data, clean the null values, it is nothing but the properizing data that we have like the different kind of the methods. Most probably we are going to use the data cleaning process. So we need to prepare the data for the machine learning project. Why? Because of we are expecting the 90% of the accuracy score. We are expecting the good prediction. For that we need to making the properizing data. If the data is not proper, you will not get the good prediction. You will not get the good accuracy. So data processing is a most important process. Okay, most important process. Try to understand. Next, I will be moved to the analysis. Data analysis means the data analysis is actually like the various analyzing techniques. It starts with determining the problem statement. So, what is the problem statement that we have to find? Okay, so based on your title, you can find it very easy. Based on the title, you can find it very easy. Music genre prediction. Based on the age, based on the gender, what kind of the genre they are interested. That is the question, right? No, that means maybe that is the classification problem because of the genre having the different category. Okay, based on the the experience, based on the the domain, how much salary they will be get. That is the regression problem. So employee salary prediction. In the sense, what is the output? It is the numerical value. It is not a classification. It is not a category. That is the regression problem. So, what is our target today? Our target is actually music genre prediction. That means based on the age, based on the gender, what kind of the genre they are interested. So, genre means it is having the categorical. For that time, it is a classification problem. So, what is the meaning of the regression problem? The regression problem means how much or how many, that is the output of this particular data. Understood what I am saying, guys? Understood what I am saying? Guys, please give your reply. So what is the meaning of the classification and also the regression? So please give your reply. I want to see that your expression of this particular explanation. And try to understand. If you guys are really like this particular session, please give your comments in the chat box right now. And please give your heart in chat box right now. And don't forget to hit the like button as well. I hope you guys are really interested to watching this particular session to creating the machine learning project today. Are you interested to watching this particular session? Are you interested? If you interested means please give your heart in chat box right now. And don't forget to hit the like button as well. Right. So now I will be talking about this. What is the meaning of the clusters means? Similarity of the data points only we are going to making the groups. That time we don't have any output data. So that is actually like the cluster. So based on your target analysis, based on your data analysis, we can find the problem statement. So now our project problem statement is actually music genre prediction. It is a classification problem statement. Based on the classification problem, we should choose the machine learning algorithm. Okay, machine learning algorithm. Now I will be like in the open word to explain this one. See, try to understand. So for the classification problem, okay, for the classification problem, we have the several algorithms, correct? For the classification problem, we have the several algorithms. For example, decision tree. So decision tree classifier. So decision tree classifier is one of the algorithm. Okay, decision tree classifier. So this is for the classification algorithm I'm talking about. And random forest. Random forest is also the conditional based algorithm. Random forest. So I'm going to tell you that like the machine learning algorithm's name. Okay, random forest classifier, logistic regression. So logistic regression is a classification algorithm, and support vector machine. Just note it down, then only you can understand. Support vector machine and navy bias, and any other algorithms is missing here. Logistic regression, support vector, navy bias, random forest, and yeah, these are all the major algorithm for the classification problem. Okay, major algorithm for the classification problem. Then what about the regression problem? What about the regression problem? So regression problem having the different algorithms like linear. So regression having like the linear regression and lasso and random regression. So I'm talking about the regression problem statement algorithms, random regression, regressor, and XGBoost, and yeah, these are the algorithms. Is actually so majorly we are using the linear regression algorithm for the regression problem statement. So yeah, regression problem statement actually. So this is the way. This is the algorithm we knows. So this is the algorithm for the classification problem, and this is algorithm for the regression problem. And try to understand this particular decision tree and also the classifier, conditional based data giving the solution for the classification problem. And logistic regression, this is majorly for the binary classification problem. That means A or B, yes or no, 0 or 1. And support vector is actually like that healthcare, banking sector, that kind of the problem statement. It will be giving the good solution. And navy bias also healthcare and text based classification problem. Navy bias will give the solution. And one more thing, this navy bias also will give the solution for the binary classification problem. This algorithm based on the linear regression problem statement algorithm. These all of the algorithms is available in a machine learning project. Okay, this are the algorithm in machine learning project. Guys, I hope you guys are watching this particular session, but I didn't get any reply very faster way and not proper way. So please be interactive and try to understand. I'm talking in front of the laptop. If I'm asking any question to you, you should be interactive, then only the session will be interesting, correct? But the people are not ready to interact more. I don't know you people are watching me or not. So for that only I'm asking this kind of a question to engage in this particular session for ensuring you are watching. So please give your reply, please engage with me. And if you guys are watching this particular session right now, please raise your hands in chat box right now. Okay, please raise your hands in chat box right now. Okay, fine. Right now, I'm going to enter model creation and model training. Once you find the problem statement of the target, you should create a model with the help of the machine learning algorithm. So already algorithm's name we discussed, conditional based algorithm, and also the binary classification problem algorithm. So classification problem algorithm, regression problem algorithm is available for this one because of it is a supervised machine learning project. So music genre prediction is a target. Music genre prediction is a target. It is a classification algorithm. But you should notice to one thing of this particular target based on the condition, what kind of the genre they are interested. Of course, that is the decision making statement. So for that time, we should use the decision tree classifier or random forest algorithm. Okay, so how we can choose the algorithm based on your problem statement only, we can choose the algorithm to creating a model. So here we use the data set to train the model for the model training. So before that you should creating the training data and also the testing data. Training data will help to training your model. Testing data will help to evaluating your model. Okay. So model creation can be possible with the help of the machine learning algorithm. We can train the model with the help of the which you created the training data. We can evaluate the model which you created the testing data. Okay, right. So next, model evaluation. Evaluation means once you train your model perfectly, we should calculate the accuracy score of the particular model to find the best model for our particular target. So after training the model, then we should test the model. So we check the accuracy score of that particular model which you define. So when you are going to calculating the accuracy score, the accuracy score is above 75%, that will be a good model and good prediction. Below 75%, that will not be a good model and good predictions. Okay, so I will tell you that procedure. Now I am going to entering to creating this new notebook to creating the project. Are you guys ready to get into the coding parts? Are you guys ready? Excuse me, are you guys ready? Please give your reply. Please give your reply. Yes. Still now I'm getting only the 4 reply and also the 3 replies only. It's okay, fine. I will tell the procedure. Who all wants to watch this one and who all are noting this particular notes. So please take the notes. Thank you. Right now. Okay. So fine. Just I'm going to connecting it one. Just upload the data set first. That is the first procedure. When I am going to creating this particular project, try to understand for your reference only. I have noticed. Okay. So I have entering the title that is called music genre prediction. Right. So now, before entering the project, the first procedure you have to upload the data. Once you're collecting the data, you have to uploading the data in a Google Collaboratory notebook, right now. So for that, okay. So once I uploaded this particular data, first initially importing the necessary libraries. Import pantas as PD. So already you guys knows about it. Pantas will help to manipulating your data and NumPy will help to work with the arrays as NP. So once you've done this one, so hereafter if it is necessary we can import one by one. Okay, right. So first of all, I'm going to loading this particular data because of without loading this particular data we cannot create the project. So this is actually music data. So for that music underscore data is equal to pd dot read csv is the function, and here you can loading the data like this. Copy the path and also paste it here right now. So once it is pasted, okay, fine, no problem. So once it is pasted and music data is loaded, so we have to ensure and exploring the data to know this. So how we can ensure? So music data dot header function will help to display the first 5 rows of this particular data. That you can see this one, age, gender, and also the genre. I want to see the shape of this particular data. So music data dot shape, and you can see this one, this particular data to shape. There's actually 18 entries and 3. Maybe you people are asking the question, this is very less amount of the data. Yeah, this is very less amount of the data. Why I chosen this one? I want to explain it in a very basic way, then only you can understand the basic idea. After that, you can creating any machine learning project in a very easier way. So music data dot shape will help you like that displays the shape of this particular data. That is 18 rows and also 3 columns. 18 rows and also the 3 columns. Right now, yes, I'm going to use the music data dot shape. Right now, I'm going to show the information of this particular data. So music data dot shape. Info. Right, you can see this one. Sorry, guys. So right now we can see this one. Entries 18, and it starts from 0 to 17, and the columns names is actually like this, and the non-null is actually 18, 18, 18, 18, and integer, and also the object of the genres. Okay, object of the genres. And right now, the information of this particular data. Now we are going to check. Once the data is loaded and exploring the data, what is the next procedure? Pre-processing method. So for this particular data, no need pre-processing. Why? Because of it is a very less amount of the data. The data is actually very clean. But how we can check this particular data is actually very clean? So with the help of music data dot is null of dot sum of and you can see the count of this particular data, that you can see this one, there is no null value, the data is actually very clean. So no need a pre-processing methods, no need dropping, no need filling, no need making the properizing data. Why? Because of there is no null values, correct? All the data is actually like that displays the null values is actually 0. So no need to fill. So now we are going to enter into feature extraction. Okay, feature extraction means for creating the training data and also the testing data. So splitting. So once the pre-processing is done, splitting the data for training and testing. Train and also the testing. So before entering the model creation, you have to split the data. In supervised machine learning, you have to split the data like input data and also the output data. So what is the meaning of the input data? Like only that input feature. What is the meaning of the output data? That only the output data. So here what is the input data actually? So music data dot columns. Now we can see, so this is for our reference to see the columns name. So what are the input data here? The input the columns is actually age and also the gender. Output columns is actually genre. So now I am going to split the data X and also the Y. So what is the meaning of X? X is the input data. So we need to store the age and also the gender to the X, genre to the Y. So I need to drop the genre and store to the Y only the genre. So because of music data dot drop method to drop that particular column. So columns is equal to, here you can specify that genre. Because of genre is output data, that is the, we can call it as independent data and also the dependent data. So this is actually like the genre is a dependent data. Okay, so independent data we can store to the X, dependent data we can store to the Y. Then axis is equal to 1 for the column. 1 for the column. After that, Y only the music data, because of that is Y is nothing but the dependent data. Here you can paste this particular genre. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to run this one. Now you can see this one. X dot head of. You can see without genre is X, only genre is actually Y. We splitted the data. Why? Because of we need to making the training data and also the testing data. How we can creating that? Any idea from you guys? Any idea? I hope you guys are watching me. If you guys are watching me in the sense, please mention in the chat box. Yes, Philip. If you guys are watching me in the sense, please mention in the chat box. Yes, Philip. Yes. Okay, fine. So right now, so next we are going to creating training data and also the testing data. So creating training and testing data. How to do that? The sense we need one particular function from sklearn. Okay. So just follow the procedure from sklearn dot model selection. Okay, model selection, then import train, test, and split is the functionality. Okay, this particular function is needed to creating the training data and also the testing data. Once I am going to importing this one, now I am going to creating the 4 different variables for training and also the testing. That we can call it as xtrain and ytrain. So that may be that I should strain xtest, xtrain, ytrain, xtest, ytest, ytest. This is a procedure to creating the 4 different variable, and now we can see this one train, test, and split here. Okay, right. So what is the procedure? So try to understand xtrain, ytrain, xtest, ytest. So what is the meaning of this one? In the sense, this particular 4 different variable can taking the particular data from here. So I will show that's another code as well too for the better understanding. So just a minute, I'm going to open this particular drive to open see, you can see this one xtrain, xtest, ytrain, ytest. This is a procedure to follow this one. Maybe I made a mistake here. Xtrain, xtest, ytrain, ytest. So don't change this particular format because of that will be stored in a different location. So for that, xtrain, ytrain, ytrain. Yes. Right now, as xtrain, xtest, ytrain, ytest. Then you can call this particular function. You can call this particular function. After that, you can passing the input data, output data, and we have the different parameter that we can call it as test size. So test size means this will be help to splitting the testing size. For example, 0. So the value must be 0.1, 0.2 and 0.3. Don't make it as above 0.4 and 5, so that will not perfect. So 0.1, 0.2 or 0.3. What is the meaning of this? 10%, 20%, 30%. So if you mention the 20% is 20% of the testing data, 80% of the training data. Try to understand, training data should be very high percent. Testing data should be very less percent. Why? Because of training data to help to train the model. Testing data will help to evaluate the model. Understood? Right. So testing size, then a random state. So this particular random state will help to store the data in a very perfect way. When you are going to run in a multiple time, you are going to deciding this particular random state, it will not change the accuracy score. And try to understand, once you are going to using this particular random state, you are going to split the data, no? That will be going to be perfectly splitted, and it will not change in the future as well. And based on this particular random state will be help to deciding to giving the good accuracy and fixed accuracy as well. So here I am going to use the 0, but in random state value 0 to 42. Okay, so most probably I am going to prefer 0 or 42. That will be help to fix that good accuracy as well. So once I am going to run this one, it is trained. Now you can see this one, extend shape is actually 14 something, right? So remaining 4 will be a testing data. So extest dot shape, you can see this one, 4 comma 2. 2 in the sense 2 column for the training data. What about the testing data? Why train only the 1 column dot shape? So this is actually the output, and the testing data y test, you can see this one dot shape, you can see this one, this is actually a 4. Understood? Understood, guys? Understood? Right now, yes. So right now, so this is a way to see the training data and also the testing data shape. So we've splitted the data. We splitted the data. We created the training data and also the testing data. Next, model creation. Okay, model creation. How we can creating the model? Based on your problem statement, based on your data. So what is the problem statement? Based on the age, based on the gender, what kind of the genre, correct? So basically this is the conditional based statement, conditional based data. For that time, I am going to use it to use the decision tree classifier algorithm. How we can importing the algorithm from sklearn, okay, dot tree is the module, then import, okay, then import decision tree classifier. So this algorithm I am going to use it today. Why? Because of decision tree classifier will be giving a good solution for the classification part and also the conditional based problem as well. So I am going to importing this particular algorithm. So I am importing this one. Once it is imported, we should create a model. So every algorithm is a class. Okay, every algorithm we can call it as a class. For that particular class, we have to create in the object that we can call it as model is equal to decision tree classifier, right now. So classifier of, so I have created the model right now. So this is a way to creating the model. So what is the procedure to creating the model? For this particular class, I am going to creating the object. For this particular class, I am going to creating this particular object. This is called the model creation. Once the model creation is done, what is the next procedure? Model training. Model training, correct? Yeah, so this is a procedure. So model training means you can call the model which you created before model dot fit function. So that will be more helpful to fit the functions. So fit function, and after that you can pass in the training data, training input, training output. Understood that? So here model dot fit of training input, training output. Once it is going to be like creating this one, right now you can see this one. Yes, once you are going to getting the notification like this, the model has been trained very well. If the data is huge amount of the data in the sense, it will be taking the more time to run this one. It will be taking the more time to run this one. Can you understand what I am saying, guys? Can you understand what I am saying? Can you please give the reply, guys? Because of I didn't get any reply very properly from you guys. Guys, please. I don't want to make my session as a boring way, but I didn't get reply from properly from your side. It's okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, right. One, it has been trained very well. I don't know this model is trained very well, or this is the model is a perfect model or not. For that time, we should go with the evaluation process. We should go with the evaluation process. What is the evaluation? The evaluation process will help to getting the accuracy score of the model. Based on the accuracy score only, we can find the best model for our particular target. Understood what I am saying? Understood? Understood, guys? Please give your reply. Understood? Once the model has been trained, okay? Once the model has been trained, we should calculate the accuracy score of the model. What is the meaning of the accuracy score? Once you are going to calculating the accuracy score, accuracy score will help to defining your model is the best or not. Based on the accuracy score only, we can choose the best model for our particular target. Can you understand what I am saying, Mr. Santana Kumar Pandey? So for that, we are going to calculating the accuracy score. How we can calculate? That is the most important thing. We have the one particular function that we can get it from sklearn. Dot metrics is the module. Then import accuracy score function. So this particular accuracy score function will help to calculate the accuracy score. Okay. So for this particular function, we need a two different parameter. That is called the actual output and also the predicted output. So now I am going to calculate the predicted output. What is the meaning of the predicted output? Try to understand, guys. For accuracy score, so I'm going to talking about this. Accuracy score is expecting two different things. Predicted output. And actual output. Okay. So it is going to be comparing the two different. Outputs. Actual output means what? That is the Y test. Why? Because of that is the actual prediction, actual output. What is the meaning of the predicted output? We trained, that time you can pass the actual input data to getting the predicted output. How we can do that in the sense? Predicted output is equal to model dot predict is the one of the function and you can pass the X test. What is the meaning of this one? This is the testing input for getting the predicted output from the trained model. We are going to comparing the predicted output and also the actual output. Now I can see this one. You can see this one. Once you calculated to this particular predicted output, you can see the predicted output. It will be giving the, sorry, I made a mistake here, spell mistake. Yes. Now we can see this one, the predicted output. You can see this one for this particular respective input. You can get the outputs like that hip hop, classical, dance. hip hop, classical dance. Okay. Now, what is the actual output? Why test? That you can see this one, hip hop, classical dance. This is actually a actual output. This is actually a predicted output. Okay, this is actually a predicted output. Now I'm going to comparing this one. Score is equal to accuracy score of predicted output. So we have to compare output, comma, y test. So this is nothing but the actual output. Y test is actually nothing but the actual output. Now we can see this one. So I'm going to get the accuracy score from here. Of course, it will be reached 100%. Why? Because of you can see this one. It is going to be comparing the each and every outputs predicted and also the y test. It will be completely same. For that, it will be written the 100%. For that, it will be written the 100%. Can you understand what I am saying? Can you understand what I am saying? I hope you guys are really understanding about this particular concept, guys. Right? So this is called, so based on this particular accuracy score, it will be written the 100%. 100% means it is the perfect model for our particular target. Correct? Huh? Correct? Correct no, guys? Guys, correct no? Please give your reply in the chat box. I didn't get any reply from you guys. I got a reply from specific persons. Correct? It's okay, fine. It's okay, fine. So that is my duty to deliver the content during 12 to 1. It's okay, fine. So we got 100%. This is actually a perfect model. So I don't want to use any other algorithm to getting the good accuracy. So decision tree classifier is given a good accuracy. So I decided to use this particular decision tree model as a best model. Now I am going to build the predictive system. Okay, what is the meaning of the predictive system? Once the model is trained, when you are going to feeding the new data to the trained model, how it will be predicted perfectly? That we have to know, correct? So for this, getting the input from the user, okay, getting the input from the user and find the prediction, okay, enter, so age is equal to integer of input of enter the age. So getting the input from the user for the prediction. Enter gender 6. Integer of input of the 6. Sorry guys. Okay, right? So here I should have to mention that yes, male for 1, comma, female for 0. So that we need to mentioning it because of that is the most important thing, 0 and also the 1 to intimate the user. Then okay, then results output is equal to, okay, here you can pass the list like age, comma, 6. Okay, then result is equal to model. So you can call the trained model dot predict and pass the output here because of that is an array. Okay, that is an array, we have to pass it here. So for that only I am going to use it this particular square square bracket. So already I have created the list, and also I have adding the another square, that is nothing but to considering as an array, right? So then print the result here. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to run this one and you can see the output. Age 23. Okay, then male. Then what is the output will be written? That you can see this one. Yeah, of course, the hip hop. Understood, guys? This is called the predictive system. This is called the predictive system. And try to understand, age 23 male is interested in hip hop. So for that time you can see this one. Age 23 hip hop. Yes, is this correct or not? Yeah, the trained model predicted very well. If I am going to enter age 22 male, so what kind of the genre they are interested? Of course, that is hip hop, but there is no 22, 21. But the computer can train the model automatically, can predict it based on the self-learning, based on the algorithms learning. So how the computer can learn from this particular data? From age 22, 25 age people, they are interested in genre, for that it is going to be automatically predicted like a human. Understood that, guys? But here we don't have any value. We trained with the help of this particular data. But the computer can automatically learn that understanding of the computer is actually 20 to 25 age people, they interested in hip hop. Understood? Understood, guys? Understood? No? Yes, so this is the way you can create in this particular model. If you have any queries on this, please ask me right now. I will definitely give the answer for this particular queries, guys. Please ask a question. Any queries from you? Got it? No? Sure, this is called the machine learning project creation. Now we have done the machine learning project creations. If you have any queries, you can ask me, guys. So this is the way to creating the model. So I will tell the recap of this one. Importing the necessary library. Okay. So fixing the target like the music genre prediction. Importing the necessary library and loading the data to store the one particular variable called the music data. With the help of the read CSV, we loading this one. And we are going to exploring the data. .header function will help to display the first 4 rows of this particular data. At a dot shape, I want to see the shape of this particular data, that is 18 and also the 18 rows and 3 columns. And I want to see the information of this particular data. It will be help to display the information of this particular data and columns, non-null and data types. After that, I want to check the the data is perfect or not. So with the help of the isNull.sum of will help to display the count of the null value of presenting in this particular column. So there is no null value. The data is actually very clean because of there is a very less amount of the data. After done this, once the pre-processing has done, we are going to splitting the data for testing and also the training. So splitting the data means we have to split the x and also the y. X is the independent data, y is the dependent data. Dependent data. Okay, dependent data. Okay, right. So dependent data. After that, x dot header function, you can see this one age and also the gender, and you can see this one we split it. So x is actually age and also the gender. Y is actually genre only. After that, you can see this one creating the training data and also the testing data. So from sklearn, we should import in this particular train test function. So with the help of creating the xtrain x test, ytrain y test, xtrain test split the data, and you can pass in the input data, output data, and testing size 0.2, and the random state is actually 0. This is a way to the training your model, training the training data, that is xtrain and also the ytrain, training input, training output, training testing input and testing output. After done this one, we can see the shape of this particular data, 80% of the training data and 20% of the testing data. After done this, we should creating a model. We have choosing this particular decision tree classifier, decision tree classifier. So from sklearn.tree, then importing the decision tree classifier, we imported, then model creation. So for this particular decision tree, this is nothing but the algorithm. This is nothing but the class. For that particular class, you have to create the model for this particular class. So for this, model is equal object model is equal to this particular decision tree classifier. After creating a model, we should pass the training data and testing data. Training data to train the model. So with the help of dot with function, and you are passing this x train, y train, then the model has been trained. So we don't know the model is perfect or not. So for that, we should calculate the accuracy score. For that only, we can import from the sklearn.metrics. So metrics is summable, sklearn is a package, and accuracy score is a function. So for this particular function, we need a two different argument. One is actually predicted output, another one is the actual output. Already we know the actual output is actually y test for the testing. And what is the meaning of the predicted output? Predicted output means with the help of the training data, you have the already testing inputs. You are going to pass that particular testing inputs. What is the output will be? We can get it. Okay. So for that predicted output, we are going to calculate. So call the trained model, and dot predict function will help to calculate the output prediction. Then passing the testing inputs. So it will be written to one particular output for based on this particular inputs. And you can see the outputs of this one, that is hip hop, classical dance. Then finally the y test, actual output and predicted output. And with the help of like another accuracy score function, we are going to comparing the accuracy score like y test and also the output. Then it will be written the 100%. I'm going to like creating the building system of this particular predictor. The 100% in the sense the models can be predicted very well. Now, predictive system, building the predictive system. We have the two different inputs. Okay, predictive input means passing the new data to the trained model. That particular trained model will give the result, that is the prediction. So we are getting the age. This is the actually inputs. So age getting from the input from the user, sex getting from the input from the user, and finally it will be giving the results. So for that, I have created the list of this particular two different inputs which is getting from the user. Then the result model, trained model, then dot predict, you can pass this particular output as a array, then it will be giving the results like. So this is all about today what we discussed. This is all about today what we discussed. Understood, guys? So this is called the machine learning project creation. I hope you guys are really understanding about this particular concept, correct? I hope you guys are understanding this particular concept. If you have any queries on this, please ask me the question, guys. This is the project creation actually. Creation. This is a project creation. Tomorrow we can discuss the different project related to the formal healthcare department. Definitely I will discussing with you related to your domains. Any queries about this, guys? Any queries on this? Any queries?
Software development, data analytics, or IT.
Any queries from you? Any queries, guys? Yes, that's okay. So hope you guys are really understanding about this particular concept, and I thought you guys are really interesting and understanding about this particular concept what I discussed today. Thank you so much, and hope you guys are really clear on this particular topic which we discussed. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow with a different topic of different project for this particular machine learning technology. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Any queries? No, no. Any queries from you guys? Any queries, guys? Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you so much.